Yo, what's going on, Rise fam? Welcome to another edition of On the Rise. As always, we bring you some of the best music that we can find out there, and something new just popped up across our screen not that long ago, and then we had the privilege of being able to interview this man. His name is Chad Ruhlig, and he is with the band ForTheFallenDreams. And yo, these guys is really hot, and we can't wait to get to interview him and for you to get to hear this music that they coming out. Today, as a matter of fact, March 10th. So look, when you guys hear this, make sure you write in the comments what you thought about and how you like the music that we brought to you, and let us know what you think. All right. Well, Chad, thanks so much for visiting with us today, man. We really appreciate your time, my brother. How you
Absolutely,
doing
man.
today, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. We've had a long week. Like I was saying before, time changes and weather changes, so it feels good to be in sunny California. Um, Not the sunniest of Californias that I'm used to, but it's still nice, man. We've been getting hit with snow and rain and ice, so 55 degrees with a little bit of sun is all that I need, man. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energized. It's been a good day.
I miss the snow, so I'm jealous right now.
You miss the snow.
I do. So I've been in
Okay.
Florida for 10 years now, but I grew up in Michigan and like Wisconsin.
Okay, well, we're a Michigan band, right?
I did not know that.
We're a Michigan band. Yeah, I'm in Saginaw. The band started in Lansing, so
I grew up in Detroit,
okay,
like
rad.
Pontiac, Westland, Detroit area.
Of course, we used to we came up playing because there wasn't a lot of stuff. Lansing was still trying to figure it out scene wise, and so was mid and northern Michigan. So whenever we played shows or starting out, as a young group, we it was always Westland Skate Center, a big skating rink
Yeah.
that did huge shows, and then we did the shelter and everything. Back then there was Clutch Cargos and
Yes,
Elvin.
I remember all that.
Oh yeah, good deal. That's rad. Love it. All right, we got a Michigander in here. All right,
So, being Michigan people, do you say pop or soda?
it's always pop, of course.
Okay. I can like you then. I was gonna be like, you know what, Brian, we're gonna have to cut this off now if he says soda.
No. I mean, I can chameleon myself when we're playing other because if I go in somewhere in California, I'm like, hey, can I get a pop? And like my Michigan accent, they're gonna be like, what is this guy talking about?
Listen,
So
I get it all the time, and I've been down here 10 years, and I still cannot switch over to soda. So I feel you there.
rad.
So I really felt your song "What If." I feel like myself, along with others, can relate with this song. No one is perfect. What if we do get that chance to go back and fix it? And I think that's what I love about that song. So being a singer myself, I found the only place I can write lyrics is listening to the music while driving in the car. I can't write it at home, not in the bathroom, not in a studio. Have you ever had a place where you felt comfortable that wasn't just like a studio or a home?
It's I've done it in weird play. I've written songs on the fly. Like on this last record, I wrote a lot of the stuff on the fly when we were in the studio, and we were just in the hotel room. I was just like laying in bed and in my room. It was just me and our drummer, and I would have my own little space, and just wherever I get a chance. Like there's not really any set spot that like I need to be in a studio or I need to be at home. Like even here, I was helping a friend of mine write a song for their new record, and we're like bouncing all around like on the highway, and I have my earbuds in. But I don't know, like it's just one of them things. Like if you have something to say and you have some music that you're digging, I think it's I don't know, at least for me, wherever I'm at, I could be at a Starbucks or walking down the street, whatever makes sense. So there's no set designated area for me to write wherever I'm at.
So are you able to instantly remember those words, or do you like have to like write it down really quick or like in your phone notes and get it down?
I'm a phone note guy.
Same.
I've come up with stuff that I'm like, oh, this is so sick. Okay, I need to remember this, and then literally in a 30-second span, it's gone. So I'm always quick with the notes to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. And
Nice.
yeah, it's come in clutch a few times.
That's awesome.
That is pretty awesome. That's crazy. You said you guys are up from the Saginaw area. The band I tour with, I'm a touring photographer. We were just up in Saginaw twice this past year, up at Hamilton Street Pub.
Oh yeah, of course. That's so
Yeah.
wild. It's so crazy, but like Saginaw now more than ever, it's really weird. I've lived there my whole life. I'm 35 years old. Nobody comes up to Saginaw. It's you get to Flint and people are like, "There's more." Like you can still keep going. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know who it is, but there's somebody up there right now, a talent buyer or an agent. I'm not familiar with him. I've yet to meet him. But whoever he is, even if he's listening, kudos, man, because he's been doing hard work up there, bringing metal and rock tours. He brought Limp Bizkit to Saginaw, which was wild, and brought the Ghost and Spirit Box tour up there, and then they're doing stuff at Hamilton Street too. So yeah, small world, man. That's crazy. It's rad.
Right? That is so crazy. I was just like, whoa, no way.
Yeah, who's the band?
Lydia Can't Breathe.
Okay,
Yeah, we did two
rad.
days up there, and then just small little stuff, but everybody's been
Yep,
super cool to us. Everybody's super friendly. So I'm like,
yep,
I keep it in my memory because I'm like, all right, we go back there for sure.
yeah. Saginaw, like, well, even like the pub there, like that place is kind of like it's one of that. It's like that small niche area where it's people that will book places like that will also book at like Machine Shop, right in Flint.
Right.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like it's like a legendary venue, and I feel like it's crazy. We've never played there, which is even crazier. But we'll see like throughout the tour, we'll see crew members and just random people wearing like Machine Shop T-shirts, and it's like a clothing brand. It's really weird, but love it, man. Northern Michigan love, so that's cool. We got some things in common. Saginaw and Michigander people in here. It's good.
Right. Yes, sir.
Good
Don't
stuff.
forget Pop. Pop's
And
coming.
pop. Yeah,
It is
yeah,
pop.
exactly. Some
You're,
Fago. Yes, sir.
you're gonna hate me for this. I'm from Ohio, but yes, it's still pop.
You're good, brother. Hey, man, we got nothing but love for our Ohio neighbors.
See, Ashley. See, he's cool.
That's
He's
good.
drawing that fine line now with the Ohio talk.
I know. Because if I said soda, I'd be out of this conversation.
Oh, you'd have been gone a long time ago.
He says soda, and he likes people from Ohio. Get this dude out of here.
Yeah.
Uh, Now, Chad, I got to ask you, off the new album, the first track, that Reanimate, that track comes in so hard in your face. You just pop the album on. You're like, whoa, what's going on? That was easily my favorite track, honestly. It really drew me in. I had never listened to you guys, honestly, before, but I'm definitely a fan now. It's just one of the this is going on my gym playlist for sure.
Sure.
I got to ask, with so much competition in the music industry, when you're writing new album, new tunes, what goes through your head to try to make it different than everybody else, and try to make it stand out and really, really get into people's minds?
Yeah. I think if you go out of your way to really say we need to be different, we need to be different, we need to make this like better than this person or that person, or we need to make sure that we're fresh. Like this stuff we've been at it a long time. It really, in this record more than ever, has been one of the most organic pieces we've ever done. Just because we've been in that position before. Like we need to make sure that we're writing stuff that everyone's gonna be able to put us in the conversation of album of the year or whatever it may be. And this record was our most experimental record, but it's also was the most natural record that we've ever done. And it just so happens that it's the most different from anything we've ever written before. So I think just kind of letting that happen natural and really just doing what you're good at. And there was nothing that was ever forced. For me, being a screamer, and that's kind of been my forte for years, is dialing in like the really heavy stuff. That came natural. So a song like Reanimate, it was like, well, Chad, we know that you're good at screaming, so let's just really open up this record with something heavy to, like you said, and it worked in that way of just drawing people in. Like, okay, this is interesting. This is really heavy, but there's like the chorus in Reanimate kind of has that. At least what I was going for was like almost like like an alternative Pearl Jam, Soundgarden-esque, kind of a raspy chorus hook. But yeah, man, I think it's just important to really make sure you're in the right frame of mind to let it flow naturally. If you're trying too hard, that the fans are always going to hear that. It's always going to translate through the music that, you know, it's not as natural as it should be.
Gotcha. Definitely makes sense for sure.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Now again, Chad, mad respect on that album, man. It's
Thank
been
you,
a
man.
hot minute since I heard some music that just melts your face in a good way, the way that these
There we
songs
go.
do, bro. So,
There we go.
kudos on that, man. And I enjoyed the whole album all the way through. Like there wasn't a song that I felt the need to skip. You know how you get some albums, you're just kind of like, it's cool.
Right.
This was actually one that I can see myself listening to the whole thing in the playlist, while I'm out. So I really enjoyed that, most definitely. But I had felt the mood change a little bit with that song "Without You" that's on
Oh
there.
yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
tell us a little bit about that song, how that one came about, man. I like that jam. What's up with that
And you're exactly right with it being a mood change. That is definitely where it kind of we bring it back down on that one. It was funny enough, it was the very last song that we wrote for the record. We got that song in while we were in the studio tracking vocals, and our producer Jonathan Doles, he had been writing some stuff, and he helped write a ton on this record with us. And he was like, "Hey man, I wrote this song in 3/4 time signature. I know we talked about doing something a little different. It's a slower one. Let me know what you guys think." And we got it in the studio, and I immediately fell in love with it. Just because it was, again, it was in a different time signature than what we're used to writing, and I really wanted to write something that was not so much a ballad, but very slow and emotional. And that song turned out to be, if not my favorite song on the record, one of the favorite songs on the record, just because lyrically I got to really kind of open up and write about some stuff that I wanted to get off my chest. That's kind of the whole point of all this, is to let loose and kind of like express yourself through your art. It's the same for the fans. When the fans come out to shows, they're expressing themselves by just letting loose, man, being at the show and like vibing with the music. And it's no different from us when we write it. So Without You being that slow track of the record, and then kind of our ballad song, it was a blast, man. It was a song that pushed me a ton to really really open up as a singer. And like I've said before, this was my first record singing. So to have a song that was kind of a ballad, and it be a song that was 95% singing, and not, there's only 2 or 3 screaming parts. It was just, it was a very proud one for me too, to be like, wow, like I sang on this motherfucker, and I'm happy with it, and I was really, really happy with what we did. But yeah, it's a great track, and again, I love that y'all kind of picked that one out of the bunch to dig it as well.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one hit me. I was like, "Yo, it's smooth," and then like it still stayed within the identity of the band. You know what I mean? And so,
Absolutely.
yeah, that was pretty amazing. So another track that was really hot though, I ain't gonna lie, it was Sulfate, man. That thing slapped
Yeah.
so fierce and
Yeah.
and whatnot, man. Like I can't even lie. That was really good. Now that one got me moving. Does
Yep.
that one affect the crowd the same way, or is there a song that you guys do that makes them even more hype? You know what I mean? Like, what have you found to see the fans totally gravitate to and just lose their mind on when you play it?
Right. Sulfate we have not played live yet. So the that song I'm really looking forward to adding into the set though, because it's just like you said, it's super energetic. It's just a fun track too. The guitar solo and it just rips. So I'm really looking forward to adding that into the set. The tour that we're on right now, we're only, since the record's not the record's out when will come out, the record will already be out, but we're playing kind of the main singles of that we've put out post release. So No Heaven, What If, Reanimate are all songs that are in rotation, and it's been really cool to see No Heaven doing as well as it's doing. It's our track that we took, had a radio campaign behind it and did our second radio single. So to see that kind of the fruits of our labor of putting all that time and effort into making it a radio track, to see the fans out there, the new and old fans singing along, to a song like that we were like, well, this is a lot different than what we've done. So we'll see how the fans dig it. They could be standing there with their arms crossed, being like, "Boo, play the next one." But they've loved it, man. It's been really cool. So, No Heaven is definitely a crowd pleaser so far. Reanimate, we talked about that. That being, like an in-your-face song. That's a really good one in the set so far. That's really got the fans excited. It mends that bridge with the old and new fans. So the old fans are like, okay, this is familiar to me. But still, like, the new fans know it as, oh, I just heard this song. So Reanimate and No Heaven are doing their work right now off the new album. But I'm very excited to be mixing in, like, Without You, Last One Out, Sulfate. Those are all tracks that inevitably will make it into our set list.
I gotta agree with Reanimate. I was actually at work. I work in a hospital. And I remember the song came on and I was like, whoa, like I screamed and didn't realize my coworkers could hear me. Like, it was just awesome.
Yeah,
I startled them when it startled me, but I loved it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's our goal, to make sure that everybody in the hospital is awake and alert.
Well, I work on the heart unit, so I hope I didn't kill anybody.
Oh boy. Oh geez. Okay, hold on. We got to recalibrate what we're doing here. Yeah.
No, keep doing it. Might have woke them up. You never know.
It's true. It could be done some good. So awesome. Love it.